Hey, it's me, Jimmy D, and welcome to our Black Widow review. I am so glad to be doing not only a Marvel review, but also a movie review. It's been a while. Um, me and Hubbard, we just finished watching Black Widow, and there's a lot to unpack here.
Mostly for you, because you're the big a fan of
yeah,
her.
I love Black Widow. She is one of my favorite Avengers. Her and Cap are like right there at the top for me, and honestly, Cap and her, it's just they're right there. I can never decide which one's ahead. I would probably push Widow more than Cap, but so I'm gonna let you break down what you thought first. That way, it doesn't seem like I'm biased because I'm trying to make sure I'm not biased looking at this.
Throw me a question.
Okay, overall as a movie, how did you like this?
It's good. It's a good movie.
It,
It's really good.
yeah.
For a film that's not directed by Kevin, essentially, or
Well, not produced by Kevin
but
Feige.
produced by Kevin. Yeah,
Scarlett Johansson was very heavy-handed
good.
in this movie.
it's good.
Yeah,
Really good. It's a really good MCU. It's not like I was kind of thought it'd be like. I kind of thought it would be like Captain Marvel level. Was kind of like at first,
hmm
but then but once I start watching it, it's just pick up and kept on going and going. I was like, oh, okay. Like, okay, this is actually getting really good.
all right.
But no, but yes, it's a great film. It's a great
Yes.
film to watch.
As an MCU movie.
It doesn't mean shit.
Okay, so let me. I'm gonna throw out my opinion real quick. Um,
Well,
go ahead.
let me finish this. But by what I mean by it doesn't mean shit. I mean, you could legit skip this film, and you'd be fine. It's almost like the MCU storyline. Like this is just a filler movie, like a filler movie, a stand up to Black Widow. That if you want to if you want to put it that way,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
I'm getting PTSD from after watching Endgame. So let me throw out my 2 cents. As a film, I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna watch it a couple times. I'm not gonna put it in a hierarchy yet because I need time to let it just process and absorb. As a film, though, I really enjoyed it. I told Hubbard as we were watching it that this movie just instantly started and it kept running with it. It didn't take a break. It didn't pause. Like, yeah, there was some like little moments to breathe, for the characters to breathe, but the story kept rolling. There were twists that were really enjoyable. There was a lot of twists that I didn't see coming, like the mom, not the mom being on the Red Room side, but that whole plan with Widow breaking her nose and everything like that. That was surprising to me. Taskmaster, the whole origin to Taskmaster, how Marvel and Kevin Feige kind of just took a detour to the original Taskmaster origin. I love that. That was interesting. As a film, it is a solid, really well put together, really well written. It has comedy, it has action. Cinematography is fantastic. Like, I didn't really notice one fight scene that was bad. Like, it was just solid. Chase sequences. It's a solid spy movie. I love spy movies. It works. Now,
No.
as a
Now.
Marvel in the MCU, I am with Hubbard, and it pains me to say it, but you could have skipped this movie and it not really mattered. Like, other than the sister, right? The sister
Yeah,
being on the Dark Avengers with US Agent, like that okay. All right. But other than that, there's nothing for this movie pull forward. And I feel like in a way that's very disrespectful to Black Widow and to Scarlett Johansson and all, because and I did
This is how she want her movies to be, though.
But I don't think she had a role in
I mean,
Natasha's storyline post this movie.
I'm pretty sure that she. I mean, you told me that she played a heavy part to the film, so
She played a heavy role in making the film, and like, like you could tell it didn't feel like a traditional Marvel movie.
it's like the intro.
Yeah, like the intro. But it didn't feel like a traditional Marvel movie. It didn't have the traditional Marvel beats that a traditional Marvel movie had. I think that is where Scarlett Johansson played a heavy producer role in terms of the Marvel storyline. I think that's still all Kevin Feige, and she had no power. Um, the end credit scene, it, I was, I was expecting more, to be honest. Um,
So, well, here's my question.
I thought Natasha was gonna whistle back.
I was gonna ask you, like, was this like, were you expecting her to come back? Oh,
I,
at
w-
all?
I was expecting
After,
some type of hint at it. Because so many people got upset when Black Widow was killed, and Widow being killed is the one kind of flaw that I feel like Marvel has done. Like, I did a whole Marvel failed Black Widow video. Check that out. But I I felt like they would have hinted at it, or so, especially with what's going on with Loki and everything. Honestly, I feel Loki has more MCU impact than this movie. And Kevin Feige has said that the TV shows won't have as big an impact as a movie, but from what I'm seeing from Black Widow, it had no Marvel MCU story impact. It was placed in in between Infinity War and Civil War, and it was a neat bow. And like it literally had a neat bow attached to it. It ended with her dyeing her hair, having the vest on, and going to, I guess, pick up Steve and break everyone else out of prison. Um, like, yeah, the Red Room's gone, but we didn't know it was still existing. We got resolution to what happened at Budapest. We didn't really get to see Hawkeye, um, but now Hawkeye is now
game target.
Yelena's target, which I like Hubbard. You said when the movie ended, like I guess this will lead into the Hawkeye show. Um, so there's that, but again, it's very hard. Like this is where I'm mixed because as a film and as a movie, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would go to say I really loved what I saw. But as a Marvel thing, I don't want to say
Disappointed.
disappointed, but like I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
I mean, here's the thing: is like, it's not a terrible Marvel movie. It's a great Marvel movie,
no,
but
it's a great Marvel movie.
it's
It
just
in terms of
it's
storyline.
yeah, it's just I could like legit just skip this out and I would have missed nothing.
Yeah, and
I mean,
this movie starts. Well, I guess the shows start Phase 4, but this movie was supposed to start Phase 4 of Marvel.
you know what's cool? And here's the thing:
Like I guess the team of
it
Black
it
Widows.
felt like it's supposed to kick off Phase 4, like especially the post credit scene when they introduced Valentine. Was it Valentine her name?
Yeah,
Like, that was the way. That was, I mean, honestly, that was the way that we're going to introduce her and
yeah.
do so, and then we
Introduce
see
her,
her again.
and
Then
then
we
we
see her
would.
again
Yeah,
in a Falcon and a Soldier, but like, yeah, it's just
and honestly, like we didn't even learn that much about her.
no, you just
So it's
walk
like
off.
we learned more about her in Falcon and Winter Soldier, which they could have done reshoots. They easily could have done that when everything happened. Um,
Could have. I mean, they could have, but I guess at that point it would have been just too much of an effort.
I just I'm a little disappointed. Like, yeah, I know what a lot of people are gonna say. Well, it was a prequel. You should have known it was gonna have an impact. But traditionally, every Marvel movie has a good impact, or at least mattered when it came to the storyline. And that's where I'm feeling like they failed here with Black Widow. Where's the impact? What, like Hubbard said, you can literally skip this movie. You don't have to watch it. It's a fantastic film. It's a fantastic movie. Even as a Marvel movie, it doesn't have those Marvel beats, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Everything about this is checking 10 out of 10.
You know what? I kind of just like realized something.
What's up?
They never really explain about was it the Red Guardian?
Yeah,
Like,
he had all this Captain America, which we know were lies.
He just has it, and like they didn't really talk about it. It's like, oh yeah, I have it. And it's
Okay,
like,
so I guess he can play a role in the future. And the team of widows that are free now can play a role, but it's like without Natasha, it
show up.
Yeah, like it kind of falls apart a little bit. And also, where were these fuckers during Infinity War and Endgame? Like, that you telling me there was First of all, we learned that there was other super soldiers in America, which we understood why he was hiding. But we had the Soviet Union Captain America just running around, and like he didn't want to help out at all. Like, I feel like
I'm trying to think. I feel like they're probably just. I mean, I'm pretty sure he just want to live a normal life and didn't want to like be a superhero.
I don't know. He wanted it all about himself. Like, he asked Natasha to Cap ever talk about him, and I guess he kind of changed it at the end to be more towards family. But I still feel like that I want to be a hero moment. He still would strive for. But like I said, like everything is like a 10 out of 10 with this movie. It's just the Marvel impact is really where it's kind of hitting it. Overall, Hubbard, I guess, what would you rate the movie? Out of 10.
8.
8? The 2 points deduct because you can skip it and no impact for the future, really?
I mean, it's not a 10 out. It's not a 10 out of 10 film. It's not really.
No. I think.
I mean, yeah, it's a great film. It's fantastic. I mean, it's a great film to watch and all, but it's just. I don't know. I mean.
Personally, I think I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I feel like it's just 1 point off because, like you said, we can skip it. And just MCU impact. That's really the only complaints I have about the movie.
At least at the moment.
At least at the moment. Again, we are
like giving a high score. I'm gonna give it an 8. That's a lot. I'm pretty sure if you rewatch, there's a lot more you'll find out.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like this is definitely a movie. It's so in like Captain America and the Winter Soldier. It's very much a movie you can watch over and then notice things. And that's great. That's great. We want to know what you thought of the movie down in the comments below. Any ideas, any complaints? What's your score? Let us know. We review all the Marvel shows. We're going to review the Loki finale when that drops next week, and we cover a lot more here on the channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. And like always, we'll see you in the next one. Later.